Hey guys, so I'm going to do a quick recap on what we talked about during the Zoom meeting today. And just to review, I'm going to talk about the peer review process that's going to start tonight. I'm going to talk about the SA2 checklist that I posted on Canvas, and then I'm going to talk briefly about what to expect for next week. All right, so let me switch to Canvas. All right, so for peer review. Now this is a new process. This is how I do peer review with my online classes. So it does work, but students often have questions the first time they do it. So if you get confused, do not feel bad. This is common. So the reason why there's 2 dates posted is that you want to have time for you to post your paper, but then also you want to give the peer time to give you a response. So basically by midnight tonight, so before Saturday morning, you should be posting your SA2 draft. You want to aim for a minimum of 3 pages. Now, if you didn't get to that point, do not feel bad. Just post what you can. And you want it to be formal. So you want, a header, the title, the works cited page. The more stuff you can post to get feedback on, the better it is, right? Now, say I get some of you may not be done with the paper. Maybe you want to post it Saturday afternoon, early evening. That's fine. I would not post it Sunday night because the likelihood of your paper getting reviewed is very, very low. So just stick with the dates, keep with the dates. Now, before Monday at midnight, so before Tuesday morning, you are to review a peer's paper. So I'm going to show you the process right now. So if you go to the bottom of the post, there's a reply, right? So you would basically hit that reply and then you would post. Let's just pretend this is my paper. It's something a student wrote earlier, but whatever. It's an example. So I posted my paper. Again, it should look like a full paper. And then I'm going to say post reply. Okay, so now there's my paper at the very bottom, right? So if you go back up, you're going to see that I have a series of 5 questions that you are going to answer as you review a peer's paper. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to scroll all the way down, and I'll be like, oh, Jessica posted her paper. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to reply using the peer review questions. So then you would just answer the questions here. So, okay. And then once you've answered all 5 questions, you will post that reply. And once you see that someone's posted this, by the way, do not review a paper that's already been reviewed. So you want to review someone who has not yet been reviewed yet. So that gives everybody in the class a chance to be reviewed. Now, if there's a situation where there is no papers that haven't been reviewed yet, contact me. This happens once or twice, but it doesn't happen often. So just contact me and we'll figure out a way for you to do it. But definitely get your paper up here, sometime before Saturday afternoon if you can. Okay, so that is how I do that. And then when I grade, basically what I do is each person, I can see the original post and then I can see their reply post. So I make sure that you've done 1, posting your paper, and 2, the actual review part. To get full credit, you need to do both. You need to post your paper and you need to review a paper. Okay? All right, so let me go back. So now that I've explained that, so I did post an SA2 checklist. So I'm going to just go over it really quick. It's pretty simple, how to do a header, what should be in the intro, pi paragraphs, and then I also added the works cited page. This is an example. So like every online source we've done, right? Last name, first name, the article title, the place you got it, the full URL, and then the access date. That's literally all you need. So do that for every source that you use, including Purdue OWL, including your academic sources, literally anything that you use to write that paper, you should be citing. Okay. And just by the way, I know I already said this, but I was really impressed with your outlines. They're very strong. I'm really excited to read your papers. Someone also asked me about conclusions. So I didn't want to give you guys a prompt, but if you want to use the prompt we used for SA1, I kind of modified it a little bit. So you could answer 2 questions. Why did you choose to write about this story or these stories? And then what did you learn about short stories and literary lenses that you did not already know? So if you want to, you can use this as the prompt for your conclusion, but this is optional. I want to give you the room to write about whatever you want in your conclusion. You guys are getting up there at advanced as writers, so I trust you. Do what you want. So looking ahead, I did post homework for Monday. So let's go down to the week we're at. Okay, so Monday. Your homework is to finish your peer review. And I will remind you when we do our Zoom meeting. There is a required Zoom meeting on Monday, by the way, at 9. So we are going to talk about Metamorphosis, and I will remind you to review your peers' papers. So I want you to read part 1 of Metamorphosis. You don't have to do any writing on it yet, but I do want you to be prepared for conversation on Monday. I'm going to give a very quick lecture on Metamorphosis and Kafka and the time period and why this piece is so significant. And then I'm going to discuss kind of what's going to go on for the rest of the unit. But basically just read part 1. So when you get to this, stop. So when you see part 2, stop there. You don't read any further. Unless you want to read ahead, of course you can. But yeah, so you're going to be like your assignment for Monday. Your homework assignment for Monday. Okay. And that is it. If you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. I am answering emails pretty much 24 hours a day, so don't feel bad. You won't bother me. And if you need any further help with a thesis statement or anything else, again, don't hesitate. All right, guys, have a good weekend, as best of a weekend as you can considering the circumstances. All right.